Hello everybody! Welcome to another Sunday Funday, and I know it's in a weird fucking spot now. Yeah, as you may have read if you follow me on Twitter, the reason why Megan and me did not put out any Sunday Fundays for the past 2 days, we've been in the process of trying to move and also get us a new place, and ta-da! It's a little sparse right now, but it's home.
That's why it may sound a little echoey.
Yeah, so this is actually in fact being filmed in a different location and everything. We're testing with things, that's why the shop may look a little funky. I fully admit that, and I will take blame for that. Eventually we'll have a setup better in probably a couple weeks, so you'll have to put with this for a few weeks. But hey, the coronavirus is killing things, so it's not like we can talk about any real big new movies nowadays. In fact, that's the reason why this whole review is going to be over, as you can see, the wrong Missy.
Oh, shit! Oh my god! Oh! Jesus! Oh my god! She's alive! Damn it!
Yeah, one thing also I'm going to throw out there. If y'all hear wind, it's our AC. We're in Texas over 7 million times. It's fucking hot, and I'm not turning off the AC.
No, I totally forgot to turn off the fan.
Oh, that's fine. The fan, if we actually have a ceiling fan on, and it's not sounding like a fucking airplane coming through. My old ceiling fan was just squeak the entire time. It was like, oh god, that's annoying. So I am going to let Megan lead it off, since you haven't been able to hear from her a ton lately. So, Megan, what did you think about The Wrong Missy?
It was good. I liked it. I think we'll start off with, I think both of us were very skeptical about this movie. Seeing a trailer of it on Netflix, like, that looks really dumb. Like maybe one or two funny parts, but just like really dumb looking. Yeah,
the original, those who don't know about the premise of the movie, quick disclaimer of what it is. David Spade, that's first off red flags right there. He plays a guy named Tim. He's, he's pretty much just kind of your stereotypical kind of dude. A little lonely, of course, which kind of plays a little bit into the plot. He goes on a blind date with this lady. Her name is Melissa, who...
AKA Missy.
Yeah, she prefers going by Missy. And she's a fucking psychopath, is the best way to put it.
Yes.
She is...
wildly inappropriate and awkward, and she does not give two shits.
Yeah, no filter is ever on that woman at all throughout the entire film.
Yeah, and I honestly thought that it was going to be very, like, awkward and cringy and inappropriate. And it's like, oh my god, just shut up. But it somehow, it works.
I think the reason why it worked is actually because of the main actress who ended up playing Missy. Sorry, that's actually what I'm looking at.
Yeah, like a less competent actress, less competent comedian.
Mm-hmm.
It really could have been awkward and like really just cringe-worthy, kind of inappropriate.
Yeah. I was going to say, those who are wondering, her name is Lauren Lapkus. She's been in bit parts. This is like her first like real starring role, and even then she's technically not the star, she's a co-star.
Yeah. Well, I think a lot of the comedy also comes from the fact that like just everybody's reactions to her.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's either the David Spade reaction of like, oh my god, stop talking, like, just, it's like, why are you like this? Shut up.
Mm-hmm.
Or there's it's like, oh my god, this woman is a genius.
Yeah, there's a lot of parts of this movie that they should annoy me. And I think it's because of David Spade has just the right kind of delivery throughout certain bits of this. It's where he's trying to just get through life and just trying to to deal with things, and he has a psychopath he's having to deal with. And also, I think it also deals with Missy.
Well, and also part of the premise is the fact that, yes, he goes on this blind date with this psychopath, Missy.
Mm-hmm.
And then like 3 months later, he meets this lady at an airport played by Molly Sims. I think she's a model. Well, model in real life, I should say. But I think she's also a model in the movie itself. Or I know she's at least a former.
She's former Miss Maryland.
Yeah, former beauty pageant contestant.
Mm-hmm.
And like her name is also Melissa. And she and David Spade just really connect at the airport after they accidentally bump into each other and get each other's luggage, and it's like, oh, well, we have so much in common, and they kind of share a moment, and then she has to leave. And later he texts her saying, oh, I couldn't stop thinking about you, and
I'm missing you already, and stuff like that.
Yeah, and they're messaging back and forth, and he has to go on this company retreat to Hawaii.
Yes, it's to Hawaii.
And his friend Nick Swartzen, like Nate and HR or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like says, oh hey, you should bring her along. And so he invites her along, and it turns out he was messaging the entire time Missy and not this other Melissa. Hence the wrong Missy.
Yeah, and shenanigans.
Yeah.
And it's a basic premise of any kind of film. It's a shenanigans movie.
Yeah, just really overdone in Hollywood.
Yeah. But here, I guess because of how the actors work together, how their chemistry, they play off of each other and everything, this is back to one of my favorite ways on how Adam Sandler used to have his films. Mind you, of course, not Adam Sandler's film.
Oh, a bunch of Adam Sandler's buddies.
Well, it's a Happy Madison production, that's one thing. But because of that, they actually get the right dialogue. Alright, well, we're going to have pissy dialogue against each other, but
yeah,
it sounds like friendly dialogue, not like some of the shit that was in more recent Adam Sandler movies where it's like, alright, well, I'm just completely browbeating you. Oh, you're just gay, and just, that's the joke, because he calls him gay because he's 12. But here, it's like actual, like, kind of funny things. Like, one point when Missy's in a tub shortly after they get to Hawaii and she's trying to be goofy. I don't know what she's doing.
Yeah, it's like tub full of rose petals. She comes up and has 2 rose petals all over her eyes and puts her hair like a mustache. And it's like, oh, Missy's not here anymore. I am Hellstar.
Yeah. And he's sitting there like, oh, I'm going to do this, get something to eat, throw a toaster in there with you, and then just...
like, I was like, you know, get some stuff in there, like some in a toaster, like, it's like, oh, God.
Yeah, it's shit like that I have missed from so many other, like, any films like that. If people want to know, small rant incoming, fully admit it, people want to know what has been missing from any of the most recent Happy Madison productions that has made them so terrible. It is good pissy dialogue, the good like barbs that they'll throw at each other. For longest, Adam Sandler thought that, oh, well, all I need to do is throw barbs. No. You don't just need to be a dickhead. You need to be a dickhead with style. We have to have a reason why we need to care about these characters in some way, to want to laugh with them or laugh at them or anything. And without the good barbs, because Missy does get her own back at David Spade here in points in her own little way. Without that, you lose any kind of connection with the characters, and you kind of begin to really realize, oh, they're kind of one note. And that is, again, technically an issue. Like, you couldn't tell me much about Tim, David Spade's character, beyond it's David Spade.
Kind of just David Spade playing David Spade.
Yeah. But
he's so good at it.
Yeah, he's good at least he's good at playing David Spade.
It's a role he was born to play.
Quite literally.
Oh, we're doofy.
Yeah, especially you, my love. But yeah, it's just I don't know, all their different little exchanges, they constantly work. There is some legitimately very good moments here and there. And the random celebrity cameos, which Happy Madison's always, littered with.
Like Roman Reigns and Vanilla Ice.
Yeah, they kind of work, and they actually lead to some decent kind of funny jokes. Even though Roman Reigns is just as stiff as he was when he first started, giving promos in WWE, minus, the sniveling succotash son. Because like, why?
Oh, don't remind me about that. Why? Oh, why'd you have to bring that up and make me laugh?
Didn't make you snort this time, at least.
Not for lack of trying.
Yeah. But yeah, there's just... I don't know. The movie worked a lot better than I've seen. Maybe also because of that lowered expectation. It's actually like, alright, this movie's actually pretty damn funny. If I can also throw out one other little minor thing, of course it also goes through some of the emotions of, oh, well, we have to have the breakup thing. Yes, there's a breakup.
Yeah, the romantic comedy misunderstanding trope that I'm getting really fed up with.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm a chick. Like, come on, we can do better than this.
Yeah, and it does that, and yeah, it's forced. In fact, hell, it's in like the last 10 minutes of the movie, if that. Like, one good thing also about most comedies that some people don't understand, an hour and a half. That's all I need, folks. If you can't tell me a good comedy in an hour and a half, fucking stop. Mm-hmm. There are some good comedies that are over an hour and a half, or they're an hour and 40 minutes, an hour and 45. 2 hours is way too fucking long for a comedy. Then there's some hour and 45 minutes that are travesties and holocausts that we refuse to admit ever happened.
Oh, that we refuse to acknowledge.
Mm-hmm. Anything involving Kristen Wiig usually comes up in that discussion. But yeah, the pretty much trope of them breaking up, it kind of...
Because she finds out that she wasn't supposed to be there, that he was actually messaging this other Melissa.
Yeah, and she sees his old messages where he was like, I'm stuck with a psychopath. And he pretty much asked Melissa, it's like, hey, would you want to come out here?
Yeah, it's like, oh yeah, it was a whole big misunderstanding. I've been messaging this other chick and I thought it was you, and now I'm stuck with her. And
mm-hmm. Well, of course, he's been falling for Missy. Not to give away too much of a spoiler movie.
It's a romantic comedy with like what you think is going to happen.
Yeah, you could see everything coming a mile away.
And I will say, I think they at least handled the falling in love part. They handled it pretty well. I mean, it's believable, and his line of, it's like, I don't know why, but I think I've fallen in love with her. Mm-hmm. I was like, pretty much like, oh my God, God help me.
I guess it also helps that the actual moment of them falling in love is really funny because of it involves a threesome in a way. Sort of.
Yeah, with his ex, who he's still not over.
Yeah, and it's actually kind of a...
And they keep bumping her out of the bed. Or smacking her in the face or something.
Yeah, and
just inadvertently, because they're just so wrapped up at each other.
Yeah, and it's actually one of the kind of sweeter moments, like, oh, they do like each other.
Yeah, played by Sarah Chalk. By the way, Seki Becky from Roseanne.
Mm-hmm. And I will also throw out one other thing. Jackie Sandler. I know, Adam, get you some roles. Stop, please. You're at least semi-decent in this because you are using such small doses, but you are so wooden. I'm sorry, lady. I am this. This is mine. This is what I'm doing. Oh my God, lady.
Is that the lady playing the Barracuda?
Yeah, it's a Barracuda.
I didn't think she was that bad. Then again, I like the scenes where she and David Spade and Nick Swartzen were kind of like playing off of each other, comedic wise.
Yeah, but it helps that you have two mediocre to good comedians working with pretty much.
And Nick Swartzen got fat.
Nick Swartzen didn't get fat. Nick Swartzen got lost in a Twinkie factory for a year. I'm sorry, Nick. But hey, as long as you find work, because you're buddies with Adam Sandler. So
still funny, like him reading David Spade's emails and texts, like, "Oh hey, she said yes." Like,
I know, it's like where he is in David Spade's phone and he's talking about all the dick pics he's sending.
Yeah. And I was like, yeah, you need to manscape that.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't know if the penis was coming out of the penis or the penis was coming out of the penis.
Some actually pretty good lines.
It's like, yeah.
So, anything else you want to say about The Wrong Missy?
No, and I would make a pun, but I can't think of anything.
Well, it's not the wrong movie to watch. He's like, damn, that's a good one. Well, what would you give it as a final score?
I'd give it a 9.
I'd go a little lower just because of the breakup has to happen in their eyes, and it's one of those that, of course, it's a misunderstanding, and it feels so tacked on because, like I said, it does happen in the last 10 minutes of the movie, if that.
Yeah, I was like, leaving it for the last 10 minutes was kind of shitty.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, I kind of see why they felt the need to, bring in the other Melissa and have him spend time with her and realize, like, okay, I don't feel that connection with you anymore. I think I'm in love with Missy.
It would have been nice, though, if they had actually let them have that, moment of like, oh, I'm not really feeling as much.
Yeah. I mean, technically they already did that moment with the threesome with his ex. And it's like, well, it's like either, have him be over the ex already and bring in Melissa and realize like, okay, I'm not that into you anymore. Or just leave Melissa out and do the threesome with the ex and like, okay, no, I'm not into you no more.
Yeah.
It's like pretty much like 3 different love interests he's juggling. It's like, dude, pick one.
And I'm sorry, David Spade, unless he's, packing some heat, he's not getting that. David Spade looks like meat melted.
I was like, I don't understand him charming Melissa, but it's like, how are, Missy and, Sarah Chalk, how are they? It's like, what the hell do y'all see?
Because she's fuck-facing him with Simon Cowell and also Vanilla Ice.
Yeah.
Yeah, just...
Yeah, new word. Fuck-facing.
Yeah. Not just something you call somebody.
Shit.
Yeah, I give this is an 8. This is actually a good comedy. There's really actually good slapstick. There is actually some good actual humor and good banter.
One-liners.
Yeah, and on top of that, it's not too absurd, which sounds weird to talk about. There's some absurdity here and there.
Shenanigans, again.
Yeah. But it never reaches the level of, like, Jack and Jill, where I want to kill myself. Where it's like, all right, come here, Mr. Bleach. Let's see how well you taste.
It's like Jack and Jill went up a hill and I got slit my wrist.
Yeah, Jack and Jill went up a hill and I came tumbling down with my head off. And besides, you don't slice your wrist. It's down the street. I keep telling you. I'm sorry, I'm a dark child.
I'll say it's so dark. It's dark humor over here.
Let me turn off the lights. It'll be just as dark as my humor. I don't know. The puns kill it.
You're so lucky we cleared off this table, so I don't have anything to smack you with.
Yeah, if y'all were a little hesitant with The Wrong Missy, because it is a Happy Madison production, and it started...
And the trailer does look dumb.
Yeah, but I will fully admit the trailer also, it edits out a bit of the swearing. Not that the swearing has to be there, but swearing kind of gives it a little bit more of that oomph, that little punch. I think that many different things don't understand. Many writers don't get.
Yeah, I mean, how am I trying to put this? It's like, I don't need, you know, constant F-bombs to enjoy a film, especially a comedy. And I don't need, you know, gross out humor or or anything like sexual, like with the you know, penis in the pubes and like which is coming out which. Mm-hmm. It's like, I don't necessarily need that to enjoy a comedy, but it kind of helps, like kind of elevates it to, yes, this is more realistic. This is more how adults talk, how we deal with, you know, everyday situations, maybe to a slightly exaggerated degree, which makes it comedic. Mm-hmm. But it's like quit. It's like these PG-13 writers, like, quit trying to hold back.
Yeah, I realize like more people are going to watch a comedy if it actually is rated R. If you, I mean, just let it be. Don't purposely cut down a comedy to make it PG-13. Nobody gives a shit then.
I'd say teenagers will want to watch an R-rated movie.
They're gonna watch.
I mean, it's like, cause like swearing and stuff, they probably heard worse at home, if not in school, if they go to public school.
Or from themselves.
I'm saying it's like they're not like learning anything new from some of these movies.
Yeah, just...
Except for fuck-facing.
Yeah, verbalizing it. Yeah, go check it out. It's actually a pretty damn good movie. It's one of the better Happy Madison production films that have come out in the past few years I've actually tried to watch. So, hey, that's the wrong Missy for you. Who knows what the hell is going to be next week? It should have been Tenet, but, you know, people...
That's pushed back indefinitely, you know.
Yeah, that's thanks to they don't know when theaters are going to open up because, you know, you'll die if you go into a theater.
Actually, a little political, but that's because everyone's being a pussy.
Yeah, but remember, if you go out and be amongst hundreds of thousands of people and your shoulder is deep inside their anus, and meanwhile you're wearing masks, but you're doing it for a righteous cause, you're safe. There's your political statement. And I get off my soapbox, and I will try not to end this with a fart joke. But hey, we're going to see y'all next week with wherever the hell else we
decide. And I just moved in with him. What the hell am I going to do with him?
And now she can't get rid of me. Now she sleeps next to me. The only thing she do is kick me out of the bed. But even then, it's only a 1.5-foot drop.
You got the recliner?
Again, you would have to kick me out of the bed. Physically. Megan does that, she's going to show you all the beaver.
Wow, honey. Wow, just... What the hell's wrong with you?
A lot. Oh, but hey, we'll see y'all next week, wherever the hell we decide to watch. Actually, I might have a few ideas for a few things. But until then, we'll see y'all there. So, bye-bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.